Limited Louis, that's light. Rafe in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
With me, boy. Your hands and your fingers. Your ears with get back, watch you turn to a singer. Get to fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my sit the back that like a pogo. No do these they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable 2 wheels and they going wild down to Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a like a pollo. Younger than you with a Maybach. Younger than you with a Bentley. Finna got in the gently. Ain't being friends with these when I was down out of soul had sympathy. But that's how I go when you broke. Now I'm like mistletoe.
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the rookie first rounder from San Diego State. It's Rashad Penny. And he'll fight forward. Tackle to Kylie Fitz, the former Utah Ute. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Buying time to his left. That's caught by the rookie, Rashad Penny. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Dayon Buchanan in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Okay, we got four. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On second down, Rosen. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Frank Clark, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Here's Rosen. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A handoff to Penny, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Space. 39. Right.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, 2nd year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play, and it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy, so that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. And out now come the Seahawks. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Penny, the first down carry. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
Have to go.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line.
To Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, Ryan. It's caught outright, Amendola. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3. Ryan now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Gun! Left! Hey!
Looking to throw on second down. Ryan. Amendola catching it left side. And he gets it down to the 32. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Straight ass! 22!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Ryan. And this one is incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And Janikowski bangs it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points. Not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Green 39! Green 39! Gun!
On 1st down, it's Rosen. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Michael Kendricks not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down.
Here we go!
They run. It's Johnson. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Now Ryan. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. To throw on second down. Ryan. That's caught by Penny. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
12, 21, 22. Hey, Tuesday.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Ryan. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's a give to Penny. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
21. Gun.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
12. Wait. Space. Hey, Tuesday. Gun. Look out.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan. And he is in for the touchdown. Sebastian Janikowski on for the PAT. Janikowski good with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Gun. Detroit.
From the gun, it's Rosen. The 4-time All-Pro, J.J. Watt. And it's going to be 3rd down and forever. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Lucky 56.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. I think you'd have to say this crowd here in Seattle, this 12th man had something to do with that.
As well as the architect of this stadium. Combined with this crowd noise, makes it very difficult to run offense. And here, 2 points result for the defense.
It is deafening in here. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Rashad Penny, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The Seahawks on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. So due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney.
On second down, here's Rosen. Eluding the pressure right. And he rifles one incomplete.
I know we're doing this game live, but let's step into the film room for just a second, because when they review this play, oh, the negatives are going to be incredible on this one. Rolling out to his right. Yeah, he's right-handed, so that's a natural spot for him. But he throws back across his body back into traffic.
Big no-no.
Oh, that's a monster no-no. The only good thing that happened, it fell incomplete. Very fortunate.
Flush to his right. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Frank Clark in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Let's go.
Play action. Ryan. And Amendola with a catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Hey, let's go. Wait.
21. Gun. Wait. Hey, Rick Lance. Hey, gun. Go.
To throw is Ryan. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. And the Seahawks on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
54, son. Hey, gun. Hey, gun. Hey, gun. Get up.
From the gun, it's Ryan. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Dayon Buchanan in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year.
Hey, Rick Lance. Let's go. Hey, Tuesday.
To throw on second down, Ryan. And he's got Amendola on the connection. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. And the Seahawks on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Rosen on 1st and 10. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
A big play, 3rd and 2. This crowd dying for a stop. Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Second and 10, it's Rosen again. Caught by Nelson left side. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And that's caught left side. Seals Jones with it. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Cardinals on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now it's Rosen. And that is incomplete. Right there in coverage, the veteran Cam Chancellor. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands, and as soon as that hand is blocked.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back at New Paltz, this is by Thema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Hey, got it. 20. Right. 22.
3rd and 2. Now Ryan. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. They'll run with Penny, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Again, it's Penny. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Here's Ryan. He's got his man on the crossing route. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The handoff running left is Penny. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it again with Penny, and he stopped immediately there. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 9.
22. 54, south. Hey, Tuesday. There we go.
Throwing now is Ryan. And he's caught right at the 10-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. After the penalty, it's Penny. And he'll take this one down to the 36. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Janikowski bangs it through, and that will bump the lead up to 11. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game, his 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue.
And got his man complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. And he fires one incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. 2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Frank Clark in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Throw right side, going to be caught by Seals-Jones. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here we go. It's Rosen on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Seahawks, it will wind up a .500 season as the win means they'll finish right at 8-8. And by just about all the...
Money back. Money back. Money back.